Black girl from Big City, we know watch for the mental. Hello, hello, hello. Happy Tuesday. It's your girl Ace, and I am back with another episode here on Black Girl from Brick City. Oh yeah, and my name is Ace with a Y, okay? For y'all who are new, thank you so much for tuning in. And for those who've been rocking out with me, we are on episode 9, y'all. And I just hope your week, of course, was productive and positive and filled with so many accomplished goals and just in good spirits. And I hope that based on this episode, you're able to take my conversations, like my daily life experiences, and hear something that inspires you in any way. So for this week, I don't know, my weekend was pretty eventful. I had a studio session with my girl Yia from out here where I'm at in Fayetteville, North Carolina. Also, I went out for drinks and partying. It was a fun time. And then by the time Sunday came, I was so exhausted, but there was this event happening at Charmont Studios, and I went over there to their new location and was at a watch party, so it was really fun. And even though I was tired, I pushed myself, and I was super excited about it. And by the blink of an eye, like, it went from Friday to Monday. And that's kind of what inspired today's episode. I was talking to one of my friends, and we were talking about how the average person does work Monday through Friday, 9 to 5 or 8 to 10 hours a day. And then, like, they tell us we have to sleep 8 hours a day. You know, we try, but some of us, you know, we just don't get that full 8 hours. But they do recommend it to, you know, sleep 8 hours a day. And then she was like, girl, like, by the time you do that, you work and then you sleep. You only have 8 hours to yourself. And I was like, wow. If you think about it, if you do work full time, you're working 8 hours. If you do want a good night's sleep, you're sleeping 8 hours. You only have 8 hours to do, whether it's your independent work or something, a challenge that you've given yourself. Like, it's hard. And that leaves you with about, once you do the math, from 7 days, 8 hours a day that you get to yourself, you have about 56 hours in that week to dedicate to you. Like, I just don't believe that's the life we have to live. Like, I don't, you know, does that sound, like, when the hell do we really get to rest for real? And I really empathize and feel for my friends. Like, I have friends who are single moms. I have friends who work nonstop and are still, you know, managing to be a great active mother, and they still have responsibilities at work. They're trying to climb that ladder to get more opportunities, and just having so much on your plate. It's like, you know, I feel for the men too, but today I'm talking about my women. Like, regardless of your status of life, everyone needs a break. Everyone needs some me time. And as women, whether you have kids or maybe you're just a workaholic or maybe you're just an entrepreneur who has to keep up their business, or everybody just needs rest, okay? And I know around the time I really struggled with rest because I used to be a part of that term, you know, that term when they would say like team no sleep during college. Like, I was that person. Like, I was like, oh yeah, I don't need to sleep. I'm gonna stay up studying, or I'm going to just stay up and get whatever I need to get done. I'll be up at 5 a.m. and go to sleep and wake up at 7. It was just ridiculous. So I get the struggle, but I actually did some research, and you can really damage yourself in the long run by not resting, by not shutting down. And based on the research, I'll leave the link in the description box of the podcast. But lack of rest can cause low immune system, making it easier for you to get sick. And this is, you know, not the time that we want that, for real. Impact on your heart. You're more prone to stroke or heart disease. Your cognition, your thinking, you can't focus, you lose memory. And then this one was the really crazy one, but this is, look, .org, not Wikipedia, okay? It said it can affect your weight and your skin. You know, when you're ambitious, like, back to the conversation my friend and I were having, when you're a woman of ambition and you have goals that you see yourself accomplishing, it's almost like you don't even want to rest until you get to where you see yourself. You see people you went to college already doing it. You see people who you look up to or who you're taking notes from doing it, and you're just telling yourself, I'm going to do that. I'm going to be there. I want to be there right now. I have to do this. I have to do that. Like, I can't just be out here sleeping. Actually, sis, you really can. Honestly, it's important to rest, girl. And I've learned that the hard way. Honestly, there was one time. Listen, y'all, I be so tired. All right, so there was one point in time in my life where I was just doing really long studio sessions. Like, I was in the studio from maybe like 9 p.m. to like 3 a.m., 5 a.m., 6 a.m., like probably waking up in the studio, doing it all over again, that type of life. So it was one night I was leaving the studio really late, and I was almost home, literally almost home, but it was a red light, and I just fell asleep, girl. I literally just fell asleep. And it was probably for a good minute, because when I woke up, when I finally came to, all I heard was beep, beep. And I looked in the window, and it was like 10 cars behind me. You know, God was with me, because that could have really been dangerous, but I was so tired. And I don't know if anyone can relate to this, any artist that can relate to this, but who feels like when you want to work on your catalog with your music or your work, you just want to do so much at once? Not even at once, but you want to get 3 songs done in a session. You know what I'm saying? You want to get so much done in this amount of time. So you do feel as though, like, if you're not on your game like that, like, what are you really doing? Okay, so the first way that I forced myself to rest is that I started, when you look at the month, you see 4 weeks. Rare occasion, you see like the 5th week coming up. But for the most part, you see 4 weeks. Now, I break those weeks down individually. So I'm starting with week 1, week 2, week 3, week 4. And I'm looking at all the things like on my calendar. First of all, get a calendar if you don't. And you may say to yourself, I'm not even that busy to have a calendar, but just having those jumbo calendars where you can write the things that you need to do for the month, write them out. The dates that are their deadlines, the dates where you know you have to be somewhere very important. Write that out for real. And then what happens is you start to see the days where you aren't available to really probably rest. And then you start to see more what dates you're off, what dates to schedule around. Now, when I fill in that entire month, I pick 1 or 2 days during that week where I'm literally doing absolutely nothing. After work, I'm probably sitting down, decompressing, literally not going to the gym, not being productive with my podcast or my blog. That's what decompressing will look like for me. For you, it may look like tonight you're not taking any clients. Tonight is just a you night. You let the kids go to sleep or whatever you do. You know what I'm saying? It's all about you tonight, because you need to recharge your energy, your social battery from talking to people all day, from just being your best self all day. You deserve to just sit down, lay down in silence, or with your favorite show, or just anything that makes you literally feel happy and relaxed and restful. Or you can go to sleep. Literally just go to sleep. And that's another thing. Another thing I forced myself to do is I started taking naps, y'all. And it's so funny because I found this Instagram page. So the Instagram page is called IG Nap Ministry. And the runner of the account, really literally teaches us how to stop trying to rest just to be more productive. Instead of just resting just to be more productive, rest because you deserve to rest, because you did your best work, you hit your goals, and this is the set date that you picked for yourself. You're off work. No, you're not babysitting for someone. No, you're not going to the store for Booby, Baba, or whoever needs it. No, you're not doing this because you are resting and you deserve it. So if you are a hardworking boss babe and you don't know how to cut it off sometimes, or you get a little bit too ambitious or a little bit too involved in getting things done where you don't know how to give yourself rest, and you also make yourself feel guilty for it. And I'm speaking off from experience, guys. I'm not a doctor, so like, I just feel like these things work because it worked for me. But if it doesn't work for you, yeah. But I started taking naps, and the IG page was IG Nap Ministry. And naps literally have changed everything for me. Even if it's like 30 minutes, an hour, maybe I'm on break, or, maybe I'm just like, I'm trying to speak from different people's angles, but whenever you can squeeze a nap in, it is important because, wow, like you just feel like, and then don't let it be a good nap. Like, even the people that be sneaking the naps in their car, like, I feel you, okay? You need to take it a step further. If you're doing that, if you're one of my people who are sleeping in your cars on your breaks and stuff, just take it a step further and get a blanket from home and a pillow and just go ham with the naps. Because it's like, why not? It's your car. Okay, so that's the second thing that I did. Anyway. And then the third thing that I forced was I stopped. Like, I had to literally stop guilt talking myself when I was resting. Because I'm that type of person. And I forgot what podcast I was listening to. And she was saying how, she would make herself feel bad because she was resting. And it's crazy because my friend said this as well. She was saying how, like, when it's her rest day, she starts feeling guilty because there's so many things that she could be doing. She could be doing this. She could be getting this done. She could be reading and catching up on that. And it's just like, wow, imagine just not having any time to just sit down and just not do anything. And just hearing her say that, it reminded me of just how much I sometimes burn out my energy doing too much or trying to squeeze the gym in. Even though I had such an eventful day, I'll still try to squeeze the gym in, all because of obligation and all because of self-discipline. But then I need to do some things in the name of me as well sometimes, in the name of self-care, in the name of rest. So those were 3 things that I really did, y'all. I didn't really do much. Well, that's actually a lot because, again, when you're scheduling out your week, when you're setting certain days for your rest, you never know. Life happens. Like, there could literally be days where I'll have the whole day set out. My friend, she actually sets out her day by the hour. I didn't get to the hour yet, but I need to get to the hour because sometimes I just write down the goals I have for that day during the week. But if you could plan out your schedule even by the hour, you're winning for real. You are winning. Don't let nobody else tell you nothing. Okay? If you got your days always scheduled out by the hour and you're able to stick to those things and get things done in that way, that's beautiful. My way is more so like, I'll break it down to the day, but I won't necessarily break down the hour of when I'm going to get those things done. They just have to get done in that day. So doing that is not easy. Because before I was doing that, I could never imagine myself even planning, that precise anyway. So when you think about it, it does sound simple, but some of these things are going to be hard determining what factors are in your life. Like, do you have a peaceful environment at home? Do you have a clean space at home? Do you have are you even in a space in your home where you can be at peace or you can rest? But I encourage you that no matter what the factors are, that you do not burn out yourself, that you do not make yourself feel guilty for taking me time, and, just leave me alone. Leave me alone. I'm going to turn my phone off. Leave me alone. I don't know. I can't be of service to you today. And say that in the nicest, calmest way possible, but just very stern on your boundary. And that's my episode for today, guys. Like, we're not going to keep you long. I know I have a few people tell me that they feel like my episodes are long. I was like, damn, like some people podcasts be like 2 hours. But you know what? I understand. I do agree in getting the points across. So I am going to be more like direct to the topic. But y'all gonna get my weekly updates though as well. Anywho, thank you so much for always tuning in, guys. I'm seeing my numbers. Right now I'm at 117 listeners a month. And we're almost at 10 episodes. And at 10 episodes, I am gonna end the season 1. And I will be coming back season 2, bigger, better, badder. I'm talking about, I'm not even kidding. I want to take my podcast just more YouTube. So just hang tight, guys. Thank you for just getting on in this car. You feel me? This nice little Nissan Altima 2012 and just driving around the road with me in my journey, okay? Because I'm always thinking of how can I progress? How can I be better? How can I get things the way I see them? And I believe with faith that everything is working out how it's supposed to. So thank you for another week. And I'll see you guys next time. Bye.
When I drive, gotta peep through the window. Black girl, gotta watch what I'm into. Black girl, you don't know what I've been through. Dark skin, got 'em feeling so fearful. Got 'em feeling so fearful. Got 'em feeling so fearful. They scared. Powerful, I got powers, superpowers, and you can't stop it, no. Got 'em feeling so fearful. Got 'em feeling so fearful. They scared. 'Cause I'm powerful, I got powers. Black girl from Brick City.